with tonight's edition of News in Depth. I'm Eva Wharton. Thanks for joining us. We begin this evening by telling you that the Director of Public Prosecution, through her lawyer, said she's willing to cooperate with investigators into the Prattville 2 land deal.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, Shalimar Haque, and her husband are no suspects in the Prattville 2 land probe. This was revealed by the attorney Nigel Hughes, who accompanied the DPP and her husband to the Special Organized Crime Unit headquarters this morning. Hughes said the investigators made it very clear that the position of the Haques was to assist them in a fact-finding mission in relation to a lot they acquired at Prattville 2. Hughes said, on that basis, he does not see any reason for Mrs. Haque to recuse herself from the probe.
Absolutely not. That's why I specifically came and said to you that the investigators have made it elusively clear that they are not suspects, that they are not the target of any investigation. And what they are doing at the present moment is gathering facts in relation to the acquisition of properties at Sparring. In the light of that statement or that position being made public by the investigators, I don't see the basis upon which you can ask someone to step down because there's no allegation. She's not the target of the investigation, and they have said that she is not a suspect, neither she or her husband.
Jamila Ali and Nigel Hughes were retained by Mr. and Mrs. Haque to accompany them to the Special Organized Crime Unit. Hughes says he does not see any conflict of interest arising during the probe.
More news on the other side of this break.
Hey, looky there. Let me go techie boots.
Boots? No, mama, I ain't gonna get lock up teeth in them big stinky 30-second boots. Plus, it gonna be more cheaper online. And then got my favorite color, pink. Let me go along.
Online shopping. Cheaper, faster, better. Pass back.
Your family will love new Abbey butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol. Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abbey is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Welcome back. The police are capable of handling matters of immunity, as was invoked by former President Barry Jagdeo when he was questioned by investigators of the Special Organized Crime Unit into the Prattville 2 land deal. The Constitution is very clear as it relates to matters of immunity, says government's chief spokesman and Minister of State Joseph Harmon. Minister Harmon was responding to a question on the issue of immunity raised by former President Barry Jagdeo in relation to the Prattville 2 saga.
I believe that this must be one of the matters which they will look at in the constitutional reform process. But certainly, even though there are immunities, there are certain exceptions because you cannot commit an egregious type of act, which is something that an international court or anybody can deem to be as such, and still believe that nothing will happen.
Harmon said government has always interpreted the article as covering the president while he is in office. The minister said it was believed that the expectations of the framers of the Constitution was that the president, after leaving office, would have a quiet, sedate life.
But the situation again is totally different. There are people who have been in office as president and now in the National Assembly. So how could you now claim those immunities while you are actively engaged in day-to-day politics? It's the same problem we'll have with a former president who writes almost every week in the newspapers and says things that need to be dealt with. But usually a president is given certain levels of courtesies. But if, in fact, by their action after they leave office, they descend into the arena, then I would say that you will have to be dealt with by the persons in the arena.
Hi, honey.
Your family will love new Abbey butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol. Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, Rich and creamy, Abe is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson Windows and Doors. Engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Buy 10 windows and get one 24x16 bathroom window absolutely free. No tricks, no gimmicks, and no hidden fees. Prices starting from $13.5 VAT inclusive. So visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 New Eccles Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street and save big on UPVC or aluminum windows. To order now, call 622-4197 or 226-1292.
Stag, a man's beer.
The British High Commissioner responds to former Attorney General Anil Nandlall on the assistance given to the Special Organised Crime Unit by a British advisor. The British expert working alongside the Special Organised Crime Unit is doing so in an advisory capacity and is not involved in any investigations, says British High Commissioner to Guyana Greg Quinn. High Commissioner Quinn was responding to concerns raised by Opposition Member of Parliament and former Attorney General Anil Nandlall. The former Attorney General was quoted in sections of the media of questioning the role of Dr. Sam Sitlinton at SOCO. Nandlall said he noted Sitlinton has taken the liberty of making statements which have political underpinnings and seems to be functioning as part of the operations of the Special Organised Crime Unit. He further stated that as a result, he has questioned his role in the law enforcement process of Guyana. Is he operating under the auspices of the British High Commission in Guyana? And is one left to assume that there is some linkage between Sitlinton's actions and the British government? High Commissioner Quinn, in offering clarification, said Dr. Sitlinton is at SOCO in an advisory and training capacity and not in an operational role. He also said that in talking to the media, Dr. Sitlinton was trying to be helpful in explaining the legal basis and rights on which SOCO took the actions they did. It would be wrong to interpret this as Dr. Sitlinton being involved in the investigations themselves. He's not. The High Commissioner further stated that Dr. Sitlinton's contract was funded by the British High Commission and was designed as a follow-up to his work with SOCO last year. Nandlall's statement came as the Special Organised Crime Unit began questioning several former government ministers on the Praderville II saga. That's a wrap of this edition of News in Depth. Do have a safe and pleasant weekend and happy Pagwa. See you back here on Tuesday.